go, 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 yeah, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, on the highway, ain't on the drive.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kick off in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champions Cincinnati Bengals taking on the NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis and CD, the Bengals. Well, they're officially no fluke. Champions of the AFC for a second consecutive year.
And how about the Cincinnati Bengals franchise? Before last year, they did not win a playoff game since January of 1991. They are now 0-3 in Super Bowls with the loss last year to the Rams. 2 previously to Joe Montana 49ers in the 1980s, looking to get their first championship in this one.
Meanwhile, it took until Super Bowl 52 for the Eagles to lift the Lombardi Trophy for the first time, and not too many players are left from that squad 5 years ago, but this new group is looking to write a new chapter of Eagles lore.
Yeah, we certainly all remember that performance in the win over New England. Nick Foles throwing for 373 yards, catching the Philly special that will go down as one of the most iconic play calls in Super Bowl history. Now they're back and looking to make it 2 titles in 6 years.
The stage is finally set, and here we go. Super Bowl 57 is underway. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. Leading them out, the third-year player from Oklahoma by way of Alabama, Jalen Hurts.
And he spoke very eloquently and passionately on media day about what a victory here would mean for him. He knows this just isn't any other game. This is the kind of game that stays with you for a lifetime. If there's anyone on this field tonight who's most ready for this moment, I think it's this man right here.
To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground, 1st and 10.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll go option to the short side. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
They go play action with Hurts. Oh, what a move. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain. So when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll set up a throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 15-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That's multiple times now he's tagged him with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and goal from the 1. Sanders is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Burrow will throw. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give them 32 on the play.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. On 3rd down, Burrow. got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game that will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On the jet sweep, here's Chase. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Burrow on 3rd down. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. One quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57. 7-0 is our score. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL, and it's right here on EA Sports. And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the second quarter. McPherson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And out come the Eagles. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Hurts. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Hurts. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Hurts sets up to throw it. And once again, this is Sanders. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick. And that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Here's Hurts to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. And it's incomplete. Not that time for Watkins. And it's 3rd and short.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. The pass to Boyd, and he brings it in on the crossing route. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him the 1st down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Burrow. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mixing up the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now Burrow on 1st down. He's got Higgins over the middle. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl. From the red zone now, here's Burrow 1st down. That is caught at the 7. And the Bengals are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. And Burrow going to throw again. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again. This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
So following the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw here. Sanders has it over the middle. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 yards there on the first down pickup.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. from the 45 on second down. Hurts. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. On first down, Hurts. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios and this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for Cincinnati. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
To throw again on second down. Burrow. Got a man open. It's Chase. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Well, I think we've just become accustomed to thinking fade in the end zone, but here they're showing it doesn't have to be down near the goal line.
No, it can be effective on any part of the field, provided you give yourself enough space to do exactly what you just said. Fade towards the sideline and away from a defender, and if you get a well-thrown ball, you've got a successful play.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Burrow on play action. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards that time.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And they'll get this down to the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip some.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Mitchell Wilcox, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
And McPherson on for the extra point. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a Bengals score. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective, because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
second down and 4. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3 and out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Five yards remain on 2nd down. They go play action with Hurts. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down, back to Sanders. Takes this to the 45. Got a little space after that nice move. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Another run here with Sanders. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down in a few inches.
I bet they thought they'd pick that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Here's Brett Kern now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
A handoff to Mixon. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
2nd and 5 now. Burrow. And his throw is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Burrow. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here at Super Bowl 57 from Glendale. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And there's just one quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the 4th quarter. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 30. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Burrow. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow over the middle. He finds Higgins. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Burrow got his man complete over the middle. That's Higgins. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. Now it's Burrow. And this is going to be caught along the sideline. Nicely done, but right at the line of scrimmage. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
McPherson's kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And this could become a career-defining drive for some. Down 3, 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is where the legends are made in the National Football League as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
From the 27, Hurts. And connecting quickly with Goddard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Hurts throw complete here to his receiver Brown. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 31, Hurts.
His throw incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on third down and move it closer.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And this is going to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. The kick by Elliott is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game, because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this fourth quarter.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
The Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
First down now, but that clock rolling.
Burrow. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game. But it falls down to the ground, incomplete.
Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
To throw, Burrow.
That is taken in by Hurst. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Once again, they run with Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon.
It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around the finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see, and they'll call that one every time.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Give him 3 on the gain there, second and goal.
Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Mixon trying to punch it in, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Here's Mixon. It looks like he's going to be stopped short of the first down by about a yard. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now fourth and goal. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This undoubtedly the biggest kick of his life. And his kick is good. The field goal is through the uprights, and they've won the Super Bowl. Bengal Nation rejoice. Cincinnati has given you the Super Bowl title. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. The accomplishment, forever.
Go,